It was an ordinary morning in Disneyland. The park had just opened. The smell of fresh popcorn drifted down Main Street, and the Sleeping Beauty castle glistened in the early California sun. But for Daniel, a custodian cast member, today would be anything but ordinary. He was sweeping near the partner statue, Walt and Mickey hand in hand, when he spotted something strange. It wasn't big. It wasn't shiny. In fact, it looked like a piece of tape under one of the Main Street benches. Curious, Daniel knelt down and pulled at it. A small brass key fell into his hand. It was old, older than anything else around it. The metal was warm, almost if it had been waiting for him. And engraved along the handle were three tiny letters, S.B.C. Sleeping Beauty's Castle. At first, he thought it was a prop, maybe lost from some parade or show. But as he walked toward the castle, a thought kept tugging at him. What if this is real? He crossed the drawbridge and entered the castle's storybook walkthrough. Tourists wandered past, looking at the stained glass and miniature scenes from Aurora's tale. But Daniel wasn't looking at the displays. He was scanning the walls. And that's when he saw it. A small, heart-shaped lock, tucked behind one of those stone arches, low to the ground where almost no one would notice. It was dusty, forgotten, but with just the right size for his key. His heart thudded. Daniel glanced around. No one was watching. The key slid into the lock with a soft click, and the wall shifted. A narrow passage opened, revealing a spiral staircase lit by a faint golden glow. Daniel stepped inside. The air smelled faintly of roses and candle wax. The stairs wound downward, far below the castle's foundation. Finally, they ended at a wooden door carved with the royal crest. He pushed it open. Inside was a circular chamber, and in the middle, on a pedestal, sat a glass dome. Under the dome was a single spinning wheel, elegant, delicate, and clearly ancient. A faint shimmer around it, like the air itself was alive. At its base was a plaque, for those who guard the magic. Daniel didn't touch it. He didn't need to, because in that moment he understood. This wasn't part of the attraction. This was the reason the castle felt alive. This was the heart of its magic, a secret room built by Imagineers, enchanted with a little help from something more. Behind he left. Daniel noticed a second plaque on the wall. Return the key so the dream never ends. He carefully locked the chamber, climbed the stairs, and slid the key back under the bench where he found it. When he returned to his sweeping, the castle seemed different. The sunlight danced brighter on its turrets, the air felt warmer, and for a second, Daniel thought he saw the tiniest movement in the tallest window, as if a princess had peeked out to thank him. That night, as the fireworks bloomed above the Sleeping Beauty's castle, Daniel smiled. Most guests would go home with photos, churro sugar on their shirts, and a pair of Mickey ears. But Daniel went home knowing a secret, one he would never tell. And that's our story for today. Thanks so much for joining me here on Park Bites with Aaron. I love sharing these little pieces of Disney magic with you. I hope it brought a smile to your day. Next week, I've got something special. A tale about a map hidden in the most dazzling place you'd never expect, right inside the fireworks. Be sure to come back because you won't want to miss the map in the fireworks. Until then, keep the magic alive, keep exploring, and I'll see you real soon. This is Aaron, and you are listening to Park Bites, where every story is a taste of the magic.